All right, welcome to Live at 12:05. We are going to talk about some really good things that I think no matter what the time is in life or what era it is, a good leader is something that is or isn't. We have so many leaders out there and or out in this world, and some of us are leaders, but what identifies or what clarifies what a good leader is? Okay, so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about some of these things today and see what a good leader is. What are some of the attributes of a good leader? What are some of the characteristics? What are some of the mannerisms that we want in a good leader? Okay, this is whether it's of government, of church, of business, of organizations, nonprofits, whatever it is, we want to make sure that we're following the right people. But if we are the leaders, we want to make sure that we are leading the right way and that we have certain attributes. Now, trust me, there are many characteristics and qualities that will make a good leader. But we're going to talk about only 5 today, which are very important. And these should be signs that we see in our leaders and that we have within ourselves if we are the leaders. So let's dive into it. We are going to talk about 5, okay? We are going to talk about the 5 signs of a great leader. So let's dive into it. All right. So first I wanted to read this quote that I think is absolutely amazing. I love it. It is by John Quincy Adams, and it says, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." Isn't that awesome? So that means when we're leaders, we have a lot on our plate, okay? Not just of what we're trying to build, whether it's a business, a ministry, whatever it is, whatever we're trying to build, even if it's our families we're trying to build, we have a lot on our plate because not only is a leader accountable for themselves, but they're accountable to what happens to everybody that's following them. So let's talk about the number one thing on our top 5 list, and that is visionary. A good leader must be a visionary. It is nothing worse than following somebody and they don't know where they're going. They don't know what the future holds. They don't know the outcome. They are just wanting to lead for the sake of leading or having a title saying that they're the leader, but they have no vision. Okay. A leader, a really great leader, should always know what is the vision, what is the 6-month plan, what is the 3-year plan, what is the 5-year plan, what is the 20-year plan, where are we going? So the leader, to me, now this is I'm going to put it in a more visual way, is the conductor of the train. Okay, that means that they can map out where we're going, okay? How much time is it going to take to get there? What are the things that we need to look out for, or what are the things that we need to look for, in going in this journey to creating a vision? A leader must be a visionary, okay? I like this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson that says, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail," which means that if you are a visionary, then there should be a form of innovation there. You should not always, you should not always try to do everything everybody else does. You can't pick up, as a leader, you don't want to pick up on somebody else's vision and then try to act like it's your own. You don't want to do that. Which takes us to our next point, which is authenticity. Now, it is okay to glean and get good ideas from other leaders or other people who are amazing at what they do, whether it is in our field or maybe they're not in our field, but we see some things that they're doing and utilizing very well that we can use in what we're doing. But the worst thing that you can do is be a leader that is a copycat. You are a mimic. All you do is take what somebody else did and try to act like it's your own. I've seen this in ministry with pastors, not all pastors, but I've seen it with a few of them. And then I've also seen it in the corporate side where they're just kind of pretty much just riding along the coattails of somebody else's vision, but yet they want all the credit, acting like it's theirs. That is a no-no. We have to be authentic. Okay. And if you are a leader, that means God has called you to be a leader. So if that is the case, then that means that you should have a vision that he's already, or at least a part of the vision that he's already exposed to you, or that he's already revealed to you. You should know where you're going. Okay. And you should be authentic. It should be authentic to you, how you deliver, how you lead, how you talk, how you walk. It should be almost a part of your DNA. So if it is outside of your wheelhouse, okay, if it's, way outside of your wheelhouse, where that is not your skill, your gifting, or anything, not even a hidden gift on the inside, then chances are you got excited off of somebody else's vision and now you want to pull it over here and you wonder why it's not working for you. Especially for those that have already, built churches or built businesses, and you're wondering why this plan is not working that you're trying to implement, because it's not your vision. Okay, it's not your vision, and you're not using something that is authentic to you. You want a good leader is authentic. A good leader is confident, not overly confident, but they are confident in knowing that they have the insight to where they're taking the team, to where they're going. Another thing, as I choke, excuse me, good golly. Another thing is a great communicator. You want a great leader, or any leader, to be a good communicator. Now, this is not just a communicator. Well, first, there's two-part communication. So I'm going to break it down. The first part of the communication needs to be that they are able to articulate and able to share with their team what they plan to do, what the vision is, where they desire to go, where they see themselves in the long run. You should be able to articulate that as a leader to your team in a way that they understand it and they can take it and run. Now, I love that scripture, and I know you probably heard me say this before, but write the vision and make it plain so he that hears it can run with it. Okay, I love that scripture. Why? Because as a leader, that's what you're doing. You're writing down the vision. You have a clear understanding. It is authentic to your purpose. It is authentic to who you've been created and designed, who you are, and who you've been, what you've been designed to do. Okay, and then you have to be able to communicate that to your team. Okay, because if they don't understand it, if you can't articulate it, if you are hem-hawing around the topic, and your team cannot take that vision and run with it to help you to bring that to reality. Okay. Another part of that great communication is not being scared to address the issues, whether that's a part of your team, whether that is a part of the structure of what you're building, whether that is a part of your the process. You cannot be scared as a leader to address those things that are not working. And the thing about a leader is sometimes you have to be the bad guy or bad girl. Okay, you have to be the one to say this is not working, or you have to be the one to be okay with saying this is not working. We need to shift. Or if there is a problem in your team, then you have to be strong enough, bold enough, assertive enough to be able to address the issues. Okay, that's a part of being a leader. Sometimes you have to be the bad person. Okay, you have to be the bad guy, the bad girl. You have to, because if you don't, what happens is it begins to fester. Not only does it fester because what is out of line keeps just snowballing and running, creating chaos and confusion in other areas of the whole process and the whole team, but also it begins to fester in you because now you start to get angry and upset on the inside of you because you didn't say anything and you're not addressing it. So it's just frustrating you. So you're aggravated, they're aggravated, and what that creates is that creates something that I just absolutely cannot stand. But that creates passive aggressiveness because then what happens, you didn't want to address it, but instead, because now you're frustrated because you didn't address it and now it's snowballing, then you start snipping and saying little sly comments and stuff like that. That is a no-no. That is the worst thing that any leader can do. And I've seen it, okay, firsthand. I have seen it. So they get snippy, they get upset, they get angry, but then they keep it inside, but then they say little sly comments and they getting smart and all that. Don't do it. Just don't do it. You're going to save you and your team so much time, and you're going to save them so much heartache if you just address the issues. There is nothing worse. Nothing worse, no matter what type of leader or what field they're in. There is nothing worse than a leader that does not want to address the issues. They just want to tuck their tail and hide. You cannot be a leader doing that. And chances are, if you're doing that, you're not a leader. So you have to be very, very, very mindful of that when you are a leader or when you're following a leader. A part of being a leader is some type of boldness God gives you. It's that boldness and it's that assertiveness that you have, and you're courageous, and you can address certain things. Is it uncomfortable? Absolutely. It is always uncomfortable when you have to bring correction. It is always going to be uncomfortable, but that's a part of your job as a leader, because if you don't, not only will things snowball, but things will not get done and your vision will not be implemented right. And then you'll find yourself having to do damage control later on down the road, which would literally probably cost you more money, more energy, more time, more emotional stress. It will cost you so much more. So you have to be a great communicator. Number four is integrity. Every great leader needs to have integrity. Okay. Every great leader needs to have integrity. Why do you need to have integrity? Because you need to do what's right. Okay. Do what's right by the people. Do what's right by the vision. Do what's right by the plan. Do what's right by everything. Because when people follow you, what they're telling you indirectly, or what they're telling you quietly without saying anything, when people following you, they're telling you that they trust you. They trust you on some form and on some level to be able to follow you and follow the dream and the vision that you have for whatever you're running. Okay, that's what they're telling you when people follow you. But if you have no integrity, you don't care about the people, you show that you don't care because you take care of you and your family only, and you don't take care of your staff or your team. When you do that, that gets really, 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 really tricky, because what you don't want to do is run off the team that, especially if you have a good team that's helping you. You don't want to do that. Plus, you don't want your name to be mud, because it will become mud, because people talk. You might not hear it, but people do talk. So you want to have integrity. You want to do things right. You want to do right by your people. You want to do right by even by your family, because you could be a public success and a private failure at home. So you want to make sure that you have integrity across the board. Am I saying be perfect? Absolutely not. Nobody in this world, on this earth right now, is perfect. Nobody. Okay. No one is perfect, but you can have a set of morals that are strong in you, things that you will not budge on, that stand for the right things, that stands for goodness, that stands for not only good, but it stands for the best. You want to do the best by your family. You want to do the best by your team. You want to do the best by your congregation. You want to do the best by your employees. You want to be the best, so you want to do the best. And when you have that integrity on the inside of you, guess what that does? Being that you're a leader, people are watching you. So now you're showing them, you're giving them an example. You know how they say you can't lead from the back? And then we tell, our parents say, or I say to my husband that we have to lead by example. Well, guess what? Even when you're doing those things, you're showing that integrity. You're showing that you really care, that you have these set of morals or these values that you stick to that are good morals and values that help everybody, including yourself. Then guess what? They're learning from that, and they glean from that, and then it makes them want to do better too. So I'm telling you, it works across the board, not just for you, but it works for everybody that you're leading. Okay. Also, the final one, the fifth one, is trustworthy. Oh, I love this one. You have to be trustworthy. Come on, leaders. You have to be trustworthy. You cannot, and I'm going to say this with love, you have to be trustworthy with everything, okay? You can't be stealing from the offering plate. Okay, probably nobody's stealing from the offering plate, but or whatever. Or you can't be, and I'll say this: if you are a leader and people come to you confident with their issues and their problems, okay, you cannot be going off sharing their information. That's only one scenario. Okay, only one. There are so many more, but you have to be trustworthy. People are trusting you to follow you. So then you have to be trustworthy with what they give you, with what they offer you. Okay. You don't want to just take it and then trample on it later on, because you have no respect for them. You have no respect for the team. You have no respect for the hard work that they're putting in for your vision. Okay, your vision, which is going to help everybody, but for your vision, you want to be trustworthy. You want to make sure that you treat them with the utmost respect and trust and care. Okay, you have to. That is so, so important, because when we don't put all these things together, being a visionary, being authentic, being a great communicator, having integrity, and being trustworthy, when we don't put this into play, but yet we expect it from somebody else, you know what that's called? Cognitive dissonance. That's what it's called. It means that I believe that these things work. I believe that you need to have them, and I believe that you need to do it. And I'm gonna hold you accountable to you doing it, but I don't have to do it. Cognitive dissonance. We don't want to have that as leaders. We don't want to have that as people. Okay, we do not want to have that as people. We want to make sure that we are upholding the role of being a leader, that we are upholding that with the utmost respect. Not respect just for ourselves, but respect to the people that follow us, the people that help us, the people that work with us to bring this vision to life. Okay, so continue to be the visionary, be authentic, stop stealing other people's ideas and acting like it's your own. It's okay to glean again. Okay, I'll say this again. It's okay to glean and get good ideas and implement them. That's what makes us better. But when you are just completely copying what someone else is doing and you're copying their vision and you're like, the Lord told me to do this now, and he really moved up. No, he didn't. That's somebody else's vision. So you need to stay true to you with authenticity. You want to be a great communicator, you got to have integrity, and you want, out of all things, to be trustworthy. Okay, so this is for you amazing leaders. I know there are many of you out there, and now you are going to have to find ways to be even more innovative with your leadership, because now you are not face to face with everybody because of this social distancing. Okay, so we have to be wise with that. So I wanted to tell you, okay, that I'm with you. I trust and believe that you're going to make the right decisions as a leader, and that your people are going to benefit from it, your family as well as the people around you, that the vision God gave you is for. Okay. So if you have not got all your ducks in a row, then I need you to call me. And let's get your branding together. You know I was going to lead there, don't you? You know I was going to come there. But honestly, I want you to get your vision together. What is your vision? When you're putting your vision together, that's pretty much your whole entire makeup. That's the entire makeup of where you're going, of what you have, what's been downloaded into you, and what you are giving to the people. So, but definitely, I do have special pricing for my packages, all my packages except for my consultation calls, but all my packages, because of this COVID-19, I know we've all had to make some changes, and I want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be the boss leader that I know you are, to run that ministry and to run that business the way that it is intended to be ran, to make you that leader, that awesome and great leader that you are called to be. But you got to get your ducks in a row, get everything in a row. And I'm having special pricing because of this COVID-19. I want to make sure that you're able to get your branding and website needs done. And your website right now is more important than ever, because if you're not face to face with people like you're normally being face to face with people, then let's get it up to code so it'll be easy for people to hear what you're putting down. Okay, to pick up what you're putting down. So, okay, I want you guys to visit Zeely, Zeely creative.com. That's Zeely creative.com, Zeely creative.com. You can't say it without putting a smile on your face. I'm Christyl Benford, and I'm so glad that you joined me. Please share this with other leaders, because we all need to be on one accord. Come on, we all need to be on one accord. And if you fall short in some of these areas, the best thing about life is, as long as you're breathing, you can get it together. You can work it out. So feel free to DM me if you have any questions, or if there's a topic you want me to talk about. I'm Christyl Benford. I am an award-winning singer and songwriter. I'm a brand designer, the owner of Zeely Creative, that's Zeely Creative.com brand studio, and I am a mindset advocate, and I believe everything starts in the mind first. So get your mind right and you'll get your life right. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to share. I'm on YouTube, and it's on Facebook too, under Christyl Benford. All right, guys, have a good one. See you. Oh, another announcement. I will be going live Tuesdays and Wednesdays only. We're cutting off Thursdays because my workload is getting kind of heavy. So I will be live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:05. I'm not going to give up on y'all. Don't give up on me. All right. Talk to you later. Have a wonderful, productive day. I pray peace, blessings, and prosperity on your ministries, your business, and your life, and that nothing but good will come out of everything that you do. Have a good one. Bye.